Ladies and gentlemen, my guest, Zsa Zsa Gabor.
Kiss me, Rocky. No. Here.
It's going to be an interesting show.
I hope so. You mean, Rocky, you were never knocked out?
No.
That's terrific. This is the type of man I would like to meet. Nobody ever knocked you out. There's not a stronger man on the world than you.
Well, I don't know about stronger, but I never did get knocked out.
That's fantastic. Rocky, why don't you just make one more fight? Oh, but it would be wonderful, you know. I could really manage you. Really, I could.
Yeah, but it's a lot of work.
Let me see your hand. Oh, is that broken here?
Yes, uh-huh.
You broke it on somebody's head?
No, on somebody's chin.
Jeepers, so what happened to somebody's chin?
He was knocked out.
How long would it take you to get back in shape again?
About 7, 8 months.
Well, that's not so much.
Well...
Doesn't give you much work.
Well, but Zsa Zsa, I asked a couple of fellas that said they knew you, and they told me that you knew absolutely nothing about boxing. How come all this knowledge?
Last night I met a man, and he said that with boxing you can make a fortune. If I would make you, if I would talk you into fight again, we could all make $1 million on it.
Yeah, but
Rocky, why don't you do it, really?
Down, girl.
All right, Rocky.
I know, Zsa Zsa, you might be able to help me. I'm going to Hollywood, California for the first time, and I just don't know too much of what to bring and...
Oh, well, I would, if I were you, first of all, I would take a coat like that that's very fashionable now. Then, of course, I would also take a mink coat. You can never tell. And, of course, you can buy some wonderful Italian shoes. They're much nicer here than in California. And at Bergdorf's, I saw some beautiful nightgowns and sort of negligees. I think you would be a big hit if you take those things. Rocky, you must give me an advice. I'm going with Bob Hope to a naval base to entertain the soldiers. What shall I take along?
Plenty of bodyguards.
I do? Well, that's exciting. I like that.
Zsa Zsa, are you really interested in boxing a little bit?
I am very much interested in boxing lately, you see, because I was once killed by George Sanders, and I didn't know how to box him back.
George Sanders?
Yes.
Big guy.
Yes, it was very unfair of him. He nearly killed me.
He did?
Mm-hmm. I kicked him a little bit, though, too.
That wasn't a good match. That wasn't a good...
It was a good match, my goodness, except we weren't paid for it.
Zsa Zsa, can I ask you a personal question?
Well, of course, weren't they all personal so
Well,
far?
not as personal as this. Tell me, of all your husbands, who was the best fighter?
Now, let me see. Well, you know, the first was a Turk. Well, now, he was a very distinguished gentleman. He beat the hell out of me once, but I was so young that he didn't count. Then Hilton never beat me. I think that he's much too Texan. He wouldn't hit a woman. But, you know, Ruby's very funny. He's so desperately jealous. I once drove him down to Westwood Village. That is next to Bel Air, where I live in Beverly Hills. And I says, you know, Ruby, I just adore this village. So he hit me. I said, why? He says, I'm jealous. You have big memories in this village.
Oh.
Now, you can't beat a woman up just because she likes a village.
That wasn't fair.
Imagine if I would have said that I like somebody.
Even I would have had a worry.
Why don't you teach me how to box a little? Give me those gloves. And then maybe I should challenge all those gentlemen again. That's wonderful. But this is not tied together when you fight.
Oh, no. Never do that.
Well, tear it. Do something. There, that's it. Now, I knew that he's strong. And now you just knock somebody. I have a girlfriend. I would love to do that right now.
Who's that?
It's a very famous woman. I can't say it on the air.
Go on, just tell me.
I can't say. Rocky, darling, can I please try something?
Easy now.
Thanks.
Ouch! I felt that before, but not lately.
No?
Saved by the Bell. The bell for our main event.
And what is the main event and what is the bell?
The main event is our famous fight, the Robinson-Basilio fight. This was the second time they met within a year. I think this fight will go down in the books as one of the great battles. I'll try to give you an education about boxing as we see it. Let's go back to the Chicago Stadium, March 12, 1953, and let me tell you about it as I saw it. Zsa Zsa, honestly, what do you think of the fight so far?
Rocky, they're killing each other.
You haven't seen anything yet. Just wait a little while longer.
You mean they're going to kill themselves even more?
This is a real brawl.
Rocky, this is a terrible way to make a living. Boy.
Zsa Zsa Zsa, it isn't so bad. The boys in there love what they're doing. They really enjoy fighting. Now, let me tell you a little bit about this fight. Robinson, in the twilight of his career, fought his greatest fight. He had to plan every move. His great experience won him this fight, and probably his last great fight.
Fantastic. But what happens if one of the fighters are stronger than the other one?
Well, strength is not the important thing in boxing. It's coordination, planning, condition, and a strong punch plays an important part, but it's not the most important thing. Boxing is not only strength. You have to have something here, too.
Thank you, Rocky. This is really beautiful. And now let me give you my book.
Oh, thanks.
There you can read my whole life story. Goodbye, darling.
Goodbye, Zsa Zsa.
Will I see Miss Torcliffe later?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Kiss. Goodbye, Rocky.
Bye now.